In 2019, inflation was 0.5%. That means 0.5%. Cost of goods went up 0.5%. In 2020, and that is before COVID, in 2020, inflation was minus 2.6%. This is called disinflation. Minus 2.6% in 2020, the year of COVID. In 2021, when we got into government, inflation went up to 2.4% because the world was rebounding, things are getting better, 2.4%. In 2002, our year in government, inflation was 5.7% in some places and other places 7% inflation. In 2023, when it's expected that inflation should decrease, it hasn't. Inflation is still stubbornly at 5%. That is the reality of inflation in St. Lucia and inflation in the world. All of you have radios, all of you have televisions, all of you listen to the news. You hear what's happening in some of the major countries in the world. You hear what's happening in England, where it's been predicted that for the winter there may be people freezing. You hear what's happening in the United States. But in St. Lucia, some people who cannot understand where they are spread all kinds of lies and rumors about the cost of living, what we can do. Here's what we've done for the cost of living. We've removed the service charge on all basic commodities. The 6%, we no longer pay it. We have removed taxation on anybody who gets less than $25,000 a year. They pay no tax. We have given pensioners a one-off payment of $500. We're going to give them another one of $600. And I want to tell pensioners, because I know there are some people who forgot they were in government, who forgot that the last 5 years they did nothing for pensioners. I want to tell pensioners of this country that the cabinet has decided there's going to be adjustment in the cost of living. When the cost of living is adjusted, their salaries will increase. Because we forget, we pretend as if St. Lucia began on the 26th of July 2021. I want to tell the pensioners that whereas for the last 5 years, they were never looked at, this government and this cabinet has decided that there's going to be an adjustment in their salaries based on adjustments in the cost of living. And whilst we're talking about the future, we are predicting this year economic growth of between 4 and 7%, which is going to be higher than the world average for economic growth. So that is why they are crazy. That's why you see all those that talk about gage obia nonsense. Foolishness. Nonsense. Because you have an opposition that has reached the stage of desperation. It's a desperation that's dangerous. And we must be, and sometimes that desperation may even confuse you. Because this morning, somebody sent me a video about a fellow that I owe him $10,000. I never see the fellow. I don't know the guy. Philip J. He said he was cleaning he was using a weed eater between the Marshall police station and the community center. Go there and see if you can use any weed eater there. Go to Marshall and tell me you can use any weed eater, because between the police station, I mean, these guys lie so much. They lie without even thinking about the lying. You know, you can say whatever you want, you know. You can say it with whatever accent you want. You can make it sound as good as you want, but put it on the ground. And I want you to compare my stammering, my begging. Put that on the ground with my performance against all those who can speak. Put it on the ground. Let's go. Let us go on a competition, managing the economy, tourism development, youth development. We have got the report on the livable minimum wage for the workers of this country. And very, very soon, we are going to be announcing a livable minimum wage for the workers of this country. Which means that there's going to be a minimum wage, that people should not work for less than that. But we are in a market. And the reason why we are taking so long to do that, because we need to discuss with the Chamber of Commerce, we need to discuss with the Manufacturers Association, we need to discuss with all these people before we come up with a wage that is going to benefit everyone. Because as I said today, and I want to congratulate the Minister for Tourism and Tourism people, today we turned the sword for 351-room hotel in St. Lucia. And I want you, all of those who are talking, all of those who know about tourism, tell them, when last was a new hotel built in St. Lucia? And don't tell me about COVID, you know. I'm talking about before COVID and after COVID. Before COVID, the government changed in 2016. COVID was in 2019. Where was the hotel between 2016 and 2019? And where was the hotel between 2020 and 2021? Several islands. Dominica, a hotel. New hotels came in after COVID. Barbados, St. Kitts, Antigua, Grenada, except St. Lucia. And anyone who wants to say whatever they want about me and the government or the St. Lucia party, name one hotel that was built in St. Lucia under the United Workers' Party. One hotel. And these are the facts of managing this economy that we want to forget. They said we will not be able to pay civil servants. There are all sorts of rumors. I can tell you, civil servants, they can go to the bank and get the money the day before payday. The day before payday, civil servants can get a salary. And we've not only done that, we've paid them the back pay. We have removed the VAT on some building materials so that they can repair their houses. And not only that, we have instructed that negotiations for changes in the salary structure begin immediately so that civil servants can get a fair day's work for a fair day's, give a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. So we don't want any hale-caste in the negotiations. We want to sit like men and women and decide, let us negotiate based on the reality of the country so everybody can benefit. That is what your government is doing. What else we've done in terms of inflation? Last week, we started paying out $2.5 million to farmers after Hurricane Brett. $2.5 million in cash to farmers of this country. Also, Minister of External Affairs negotiating with the Moroccans, and they're going to get nearly 4,000 bags of fertilizer for the farmers of this country. And we are, as we speak, repairing the Choiseul Fisheries Complex in an opposition constituency. Our philosophy and our ideology must remain. We have to be a party for the people. And some people try to say people first. Of course we put in people first. We may not put individuals first, but we put in people first. I said before, the minimum wage. We have a big announcement to make in housing. A major announcement. The minister showed me that the Development Control Authority had approved of a certain stereotype house, but there's a big announcement to make that not even he knows. Because if I tell him, I'm going to be in trouble. Yeah, you're right. A major announcement to make in housing. Major. It will blow your mind. It's going to be the biggest housing announcement made in this country very shortly.